Hi everyone! With the upcoming bosses favoring Aqua teams, most players are probably looking at Chitose as the main solution. But what if Freesia could be a better option here? In this video, I'm going to show you why she is much more than just a side grade to Chitose, and could be exactly what you need going into the next update. Both upcoming bosses in Boss Blitz will have Aqua weakness alongside Terra and Ventus, which means if you don't have both of those elements built, you would likely have to rely on Aqua team for at least one of them. A lot of players would see Chitose as the only real solution. On top of that, other options don't even seem to be viable, especially since Freesia is usually known for mobbing stages rather than boss fights. So without Chitose, it might feel like you are going to struggle, but that is where most players are wrong. Some of you probably know that somehow Yosta decided to give Freesia 1400 critical damage despite being a standard unit. And that is what makes her the best option in Aqua Arena, as she can easily reach that number on that buff. But that alone isn't enough to make her strong against bosses, because her base damage isn't high enough to begin with. And that is true until about 2 months ago. People discovered that this pink pot, localized snowfall, actually has hidden multipliers thanks to Stella DB as usual. And those multipliers are no joke. It's more than 1000% damage combined and can scale up to around 17,000 at max level, which is insanely high and potentially puts her among the top unit in the game. And thanks to elites and people in this post, they managed to maximize her damage by amplifying those multipliers with teammates like Nasuna and Iris, with Nasuna providing skill damage and crit rate for Freesia to take advantage of that 1400 critical damage, and Iris adding even more attack percent along with Aqua damage taken. So here's the build that we are using to amplify those multipliers. And here's what it looks like in the gameplay. Before we start, just keep in mind that to activate localized snowfall for those insane multipliers, Freesia needs to be in her ultimate state. So at the beginning, our main goal is to generate as much energy as possible to get her ultimate up as soon as possible. To do that, I'll be focusing on attacking with Nasuna. And one more trick here is that the long reload animation can actually be shortened by moving and dash cancelling when her ammo hits 0. Once everyone's energy is full, this is where the combo starts. You want to layer everything to maximize the damage from localized snowfall, since it only lasts about 6 seconds after Freesia uses her skill while in her ultimate state. So here, I'm starting with Nasuna and Freesia's ultimates, since they have longer animations, followed by Iris' skill and ultimate. Then finishing with Nasuna's and Freesia's skills to take full advantage of that multiplier. You might notice that the score doesn't increase that much here, and that is expected for the first rotation, which I will explain why later. About halfway into the ultimate, we are just applying the same idea, using Iris and Nasuna's skills before Freesia's skill to amplify the damage from localized snowfall. Although the buff from Nasuna's ultimate have already expired at this point, so the damage won't be as high. Now this is where it really starts. I'm holding onto my ultimates here, waiting for the boss to finish throwing knives. The reason is I want as many as targets as possible when activating Freesia's ultimate to get more ice vortex stacks. Then we're using the same combo. And this is where you can really see how much damage Freesia can output. And yep, she just did that in 6 seconds, not even Aqua weakness. And depending on the boss, You might not need to hold your ultimate like I did here, especially if they don't summon frequently like Evernight. And I'll be applying the same combo for the rest of the fight. Just keep in mind that the damage can be a bit inconsistent since localized snowfall only has 30% chance to trigger and Ice Vortex still relies on critical hits. Also, later on in the fight, you notice the boss jumps around a lot. Without that, she has the potential to reach even higher score. So overall, if you don't have Chitose for the upcoming Aqua contents, you are not actually behind as you might think. Freesia has a lot more potential in boss fight than most players give her credit for, especially when you build around localized snowfall and amplify those hidden multipliers properly. While her damage can be a bit inconsistent at the times, she is still capable of putting out strong damage in a short window. If you want to see everything in my team, including emblem recommendations, it's all at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.